Hello, everyone. I'm Dante Suave. This is my guest, Tasha Jones, back for another week of talking awesome wrestling. And my God, so much has gone down. Obviously, I told you guys, we mentioned that we were going to bring up WrestlePalooza the next time we were together. And while I know it's like a week off, we got to talk about it. So here we go. Starts off with Triple H starting off the show. Pat McAfee, obviously they're in Indianapolis. So what's Indianapolis, a show in Indianapolis without Pat McAfee?
Right.
John Cena versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh.
God, what I don't care if it's wrestling, I don't care if it's sports. I love it when they make me right. This is the kind of stuff I do not like. They could have made that match better. They could have made it look more competitive. We've known for years that John Cena wouldn't stand an actual chance against Brock Lesnar, but that is the miracle of not only the Hulk Hogan era, but his era. I call it Hulk Hogan. I called him Hulk Hogan 2.0 for a reason. He always made a way to make the matches look watchable. I will always give him that. I'm not going to say that I was 100% behind him because I wasn't.
I don't know what I don't know what that was.
But oh no, I know what that was. That was Brock being Brock, and that's what you.
But why?
That would be a
But
question for
why?
Triple H
It made
because according to you, and according to Triple H, and now according to John Cena, him and Brock shouldn't have never been a match. So if this is actual kayfabe and that's the actual truth, and John was not the reason that he was brought back, then I mean he did miss out on a lot when
well,
they kind of pushed him out.
what was the point of making that match? It don't make sense.
Well, as it's looking, they're giving John matches against opponents that gave him the most run for his money over his career, and unfortunately, that would put Brock in there.
Mm-mm. Because he only got what 5 dates left now, and they just
Something like that.
wasted it. They just
And we already
wasted a
know
match.
AJ's getting one of them.
Yeah, and they just wasted a match on Brock Lesnar.
So if I remember seeing what I remember seeing, you said 5 dates left, right?
Mm.
We already know he's going to be at Perth, so that's one. And according to what they showed a few weeks ago, he's doing 3 more Raws.
Mm-hmm. Because his last match is supposed to be at Saturday night's main event.
And that would explain why he's doing the 3 more Raws coming up. And okay. Oh, and the elephant in the room, commercial breaks.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to get to where it wasn't no commercials, but they did not have that option
Trying to get it to what?
where they wasn't. It was like ad free, but they didn't have that option.
No, that was a okay. So there's certain things, there's certain times of certain things on ESPN that when there's a commercial, all you'll see is you'll see the side of a building, it has ESPN on it, and it'll say commercial break. Or something else will pop up and it'll go commercial break. Why the WWE? I mean, I get it. ESPN. It's not sports. That's another conversation. We're not going to do that. Got too much to talk about. Yeah, commercial breaks. Bottom line, wasn't feeling them. LA Knight as a special guest referee for the Usos and the Vision.
Yeah.
There was nothing that happened in that match that I wasn't expecting, including them losing, especially after I saw the John Cena Brock Lesnar match. I'm like, oh, ain't no way that
I
Breaker
mean,
and Bronson
except
are losing tonight. I
except
was like, yeah,
Jay split his head open.
huh?
Jay split his head open.
Yeah,
His own head. That's what I mean.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I was happy because they came out with their, you know, the Uso music, and you know, so that was that little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, my twins are together. But yeah,
yeah. But they're not one, and I'm interested to see how this is gonna play out because, especially seeing that eventually Roman's gonna be back.
and
So
they said it's like imminently, so that means he's coming back very soon.
yeah, and this whole thing where he's being influenced by Roman, I smell
Yeah.
the return, the bloodline with Jay as the new leader and
Mm,
Roman in tow.
I don't think so.
Uh,
I
I
don't think so.
I smell something that's just gonna be more not worth the watch, and the question is gonna be how long is it gonna last this time, and it just depresses me. But match was it was everybody did well, like you said.
It was okay. Yeah.
Jay busted himself open. Bleh. All right. What was considered match of the night? Stephanie Verker and Io.
My God, that match was bomb.com. And I know I'm old for saying that, but still, it was a good match. I loved it.
Yeah, even Mr. J pretty much told me that that was match of the night. And I watched it and I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah.
You don't think so?
Huh?
You ain't think so?
Yeah, but I'm disappointed that I said that. It's it's sad. Everything else went as predictable as it could, and we'll get to the last part later. And I don't want to speak on that just yet because we talked about something that you told me that you found out about a few of the matches. We can talk about that at the end. Punk and AJ.
That was good. I
Yeah,
was thoroughly entertained.
yeah, it was I didn't think that Becky and Seth were going to win because that would not help them be able to really push this rivalry if Becky and Seth win every time. Uh,
Hmm.
I know it wouldn't work for me. It'll probably work for like Becky and Seth fans, but that would work for me in the grand scheme of things in terms of building the story. Uh,
And I am a Becky and Seth fan, but I don't think they should, the right person won.
yeah. So and saw something both alarming and confusing, and yet it it was a good thing, especially when some people uh, online got a hold to extra footage that showed Triple H's reaction to Stephanie McMahon being uh, the official first person to be added to the WWE Hall of Fame.
That was a hashtag random.
Would be interesting to does raise a question. Everybody close to Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Hmm.
Obviously, Stephanie isn't going to be affected by that whole situation. So, will we see Shane? And
He
will we?
should, because he didn't He wasn't involved.
Well, usually you know how it is like whoever's associated, even if you weren't directly involved, the sins of the father are visited upon the children. Who obviously
Yeah.
different time doing things a little differently. Although I do understand that that's always been a thing. It's just by particular selection. So will that will any is there anybody else that could will everybody else that deserves to go in go in specifically because nobody's questioning who else knew
Mm,
or not
mm,
really wanting to go after who may have known.
mm,
But congratulations to her regardless.
mhm,
Um, I did think it was awesome that Taker got to be the one to tell her. Uh, and that leads us to the final match, Drew and Cody.
mm.
Just considering how the night went, I gotta considering how the night went up until I saw AJ and Punk officially win, I thought it was gonna be a total heel night. It was gonna be Seth, Becky and Seth. It was gonna be and it was gonna be Drew. Obviously, that's not what happened. And then me and you had a conversation earlier this week, and I wasn't really shocked by it, especially when I saw when what you said correlated with what I saw because I didn't watch the whole post show, but I did see the part where somebody ended up posting the part where uh Cody was out there and then Seth came up. And I'm like, why would that be? And then you said what you said, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. All right, all right.
Yep.
So that's why I was real nonchalant. I was like, yeah, they want to set it up for Cody versus Seth. So
Mm,
you can't have Cody versus Seth if Drew beats him. So
mm.
uh so yeah, but good God. It just started and I'm already not feeling WWE officially on ESPN. And that brings us to Monday Night
They not either.
Raw. Monday
They
Night
not either.
Monday Night Raw. Cody addressed the title unification. Seth came out and
Yeah,
we
they
had their
got his
usual.
butt. He got his butt handed to him
Well, I
a
mean,
little bit. A little bit.
I'm, you know, there's this thing that the face people don't do is called strategy. He had plenty of time, plenty ample room. They step in the ring, he steps out. Keep the mic with him, say something, get away unscathed.
But he didn't. But he didn't. They didn't fight. And Seth did say, "Tell them to stay. Just stay out here," and they did. So
Huh?
he said, but as many
Yeah, well,
as many matches as we've had, like how many have you won? Oh, oh Lord.
and at the end of the day, I feel like everybody should call Seth out on that
Yeah.
because as much as he feels like he is a a person that will do the thing with accepting help, at the end of the day, he hates being questioned. He hates his legacy being questioned because he had help.
Yeah,
I do
because
like that
like
part of it.
that,
I don't believe that they are going to I don't believe he'll have to show me that he's gonna do it. But it
like
would be
that
nice
one
if
time
they had a
when
one-on-one.
he tried to call out Roman, Elijah. That one time he tried to call out Roman for getting help with the bloodline. And then he said, "Oh yeah, but I did it by myself." And I'm like, "No, not really." I like
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
one, you was
That's been
with
a running
you was with the
gag for
authority.
so many years.
You went was with the authority. Then you was with what, J&J Security. Then so you didn't. The only one that did it on their own was Dean Ambrose.
Hmm.
So, but
So
that's
that
neither
leads
here nor
us,
there. I
yeah.
digress.
So that leads us to Jay and Jimmy discussing their loss, and Jimmy wanted to go after the Bronze. Jay wanted LA Knight. Uh, so far, I don't. So far, I don't see the point of this reunion, seeing that Jay has gotten so used to being on his own that and now he's actually trying to talk to Roman, and unfortunately for everybody, Roman is still Roman. He on the one hand he's trying to let go, but he's not fully letting go. Uh, it's good to give wisdom and to give warnings, but things could have been different had Roman not told Jay not to trust Punk. So, because obviously Punk has no skin in the game in that situation because uh the Oracle turned on him. So it's like beyond the fact that he wants the championship, there wouldn't have been nothing wrong with them banding together to make sure that everybody made it to the match unscathed. Because at the end of the day, y'all all gotta end up in the ring together. So
So I just shrugging my shoulders. I just got to see how it plays out.
yeah, and all right. Uh, this thing, if they're gonna be letting and this is why I don't like my luchas coming to the WWE and facing non-luchas, because one, they water them down, and no matter how entertaining he might look, whatever parts of his arsenal he still has, Penta is not Penta. And I said this to you as soon as you brought it to my attention that he was coming. I was like, I don't want this. I don't want this because he's already changed. When he went from Lucha to TNA, I saw a little bit on there and I was like, that's not my Penta. My Penta was on Lucha, and he was very deadly. Even when he was a face, he was very deadly. You just nobody wanted a match with him. It's like yeah, I want the title, but can I not face him? That'd be great. It's like, well, he's also a, he's also one step away from being the number one contender. So it's face him or just you know don't get a title match. Oh, all right. But yeah, and this whole thing with them and with him, and I would be cooler if it was him and Grayson if it was a one-on-one thing, this whole him versus both of the New Day, and he's more or less by himself. And
Why do I think?
and and now the War Raiders are involved, and they're not trying to get toward the titles, and they're not being as aggressive as they were before everybody got hurt, disappeared, and
Why do I think that they gonna do the Usos and New Day again?
they're gonna do what?
The Usos and New Day again, but it's on the flip side.
Well, they probably are because
Because
they deal with so many injuries, and I get it. They deal with so many injuries.
I saw a tweet on like Woods put out a tweet about a video about Jay busting his head open. And then Jay responded back, like, you know,
Well, yeah,
I'm
I mean,
yeah. So I'm just like, I don't think they're gonna do a Usos and New Day again. Which I'm not mad about, but at the same time, it's like, okay.
because when it comes to the tag, that's their way. When most of the time, 9 times out of 10, when they bring up something, when they bring something back after so long of like getting away from it, that they're basically telling you what what you think you see. If you think it's getting stale, you'll know if it's true because all of a sudden, like now I understand after watching No Mercy, now I understand why Goldberg and Nikki Bella came back. Because usually when there's a new game coming out and they put somebody from old on there, then that person will appear. It nothing made sense until I watched No Mercy, and then they started announcing that they had new ads. Now, usually they announce that they've done it, like even if it's before the game come out, they'll announce that they're doing it, which explains to you why this person is back out of nowhere. So, which I could imagine possibly even the fact that Goldberg was in there, that was their way of getting him around so that they could mimic his moves. And it's funny because the Goldberg that they're putting on the new game was the Goldberg that was wrestling in WCW. And I know that because I had WCW Thunder, and when they showed some of the moves that he was doing in the new game, and I'm like, those are the same moves he was doing when he was in WCW, and that was on WCW Thunder. So, uh, so yeah, because contrary to what people believe, there were people calling him out because WCW was the place where you had to wrestle, and they called you out real quick if you had a small set. And he was basically a lot of the time on that undefeated streak, he was just going in, spear, jackhammer over, and people were like, okay, that's cool 1 time, that's cool 2 times. Okay,
But they kept it like that because they said he couldn't have like long-winded matches.
and fans got pissed and they started calling him out, and then that's when it changed. And then they put him in there with Perry Saturn, and then after that, they started having him. They started having him where he was actually having matches where he was um where he was having matches where he actually wrestled. He got in there and he wrestled and things of that sort. But uh but yeah, so I get whatever it started off as, but they had to remember the fans of WCW. That's what they love the most. It's they love the wrestling. Yes, the entertainment value and the storyline are great, but if you getting in there and you're being a John Cena with the 5 moves of doom, no, 6 if you count that crappy move that he came up with just to make fun of people. Um, making fun of him about his 5 moves of doom. Uh,
Mhm.
you know, it 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 was what it was. That's why that now Stone Cold Steve Austin, yeah, he wouldn't have flew. He wouldn't have flew most of his career um in WC in the original WCW because he took a lot of beatings and he had a basic move set. At the beginning when he still had to wrestle people like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, he was still wrestling. Those matches he had to wrestle because you're not gonna get away with not wrestling with those two for sure. So
Mhm.
but once he got away, even Triple H, he wrestled even after he became Triple H and he became the game. He wrestled, but not to the extent of when he was God, when he was the Blue Blood. Yeah, when he was the Blue Blood, whether it was WCW or when they first brought him to the WWE. Yeah, yeah, that Triple H wrestled. So, um, but at the end of the day, the wrestling and using the pure technique, that's boring. It's boring. You need some
Mhm.
storyline. People want storyline. They want the sizzle. They you know, but then they pick guys that personality wise. That's why it's good to have wrestling in your bag because well, what if your personality doesn't get over with the fans? Then you got to have something.
Mhm.
People could say whatever they want about Benoit's personality and him on the mic, but you wanted him in a match because you wanted to see his in ring. So
Mhm.
and he
You
was
know, they say he said he was the best technical wrestler, and he
yeah
was.
yeah. If I remember right, the War Raiders and Penta won that match, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I forgot to write it down for some odd reason.
Now they want to get in. They want to do the tag team titles against the Judgment Day, and Penta wants Dominic.
Which presented a problem because Rusev wants Dominic. So, which
What they say, that's the cost for being a boss, right?
right, and my thing is, I like them having, but I don't like the fact that they're taking so long. I'm
But
sorry.
did you
When
see? Did
when
you see how JD took on Rusev, and Dom didn't help him or anything?
well, no, he didn't help him.
Finn
He
came
he
out,
he,
was like, "What's
he,
up with that, bro?"
yeah, he set up the match for him, and he set up the match for him without officially making sure he was okay with it before he did it. Which
Hmm.
okay, this is once again looking like oh the Judgment Day is gonna break up. Either make it happen or don't. I
Hmm.
just we're at a point to where which to me if they get the funny people out of Judgment Day, I would be okay
I
with it.
wish I wish they would just let JD do his thing, cause
I would actually be okay if it was Stan and JD. Now, if you got to have 3 dudes, then that opens up some doors. Obviously, obviously, you could possibly add Drew because I know he got to be mad after. Well, obviously, he's mad after losing to Cody again, and he's got so many people he would love to put some vengeance out on. So you could let him be the Scottish Psycho,
well, that's after his thing with. Well, we're not there yet, so.
and that could add some spice to it if it was him, JD, Finn. Although I have a question because something happened on another show. So we're gonna get through this and we're gonna get to that show because something happened that uh actually no, I could talk about it because what when it happened was the week before. So I can ask this question. Uh are they about to put Finn back on NXT? And am I about to see the return of my Finn? Because they played his old music.
No, I just think that was a one-off. I could
Because
be
that
wrong, but I
I
think
don't
that was just a one-off.
I don't like that teaser of them bringing back his old music and bringing back the old Finn.
Mm, yeah.
Um although
Mm.
unfortunately he can't stay healthy when he's the old Finn, but uh, I don't know. I personally, if you're gonna bring back something, bring back. I'm totally down with bringing back the old thing. So especially if they bring back the demon,
They can bring back the old Finn, but kind of update, just to update. But
because
he can still be the same, you know.
that that music that was like one of my favorite entrance musics. That
Yeah.
was yeah. So plus it like it complimented his the ego in him.
Hmm.
Um, it definitely complimented it. But anyway, so Judgment Days in the locker room. We just spoke about this. Dom wants help with Rusev and blah 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 blah. And yeah, JD's not happy. Then Bailey talks to Lyra about being in her corner. And
How do you like this storyline with Bailey?
I'm cool with it as long as it goes somewhere. And isn't like a lot of these storylines that seems to just be ongoing, doesn't have a particular destination. Uh, other than to like fill space on the show. So as long as it has a destination, I'm good with it. So Stephanie Vaquera addresses the WWE universe about being the new women's champion.
Hmm.
Says no one can stop her.
Leave Stephanie alone. She cool. We like
Oh no,
Stephanie.
I got no problem with it. I was just saying, I was just, saying what you said. And she was looking forward to facing uh whoever was the winner of the SmackDown bout at Crown Jewel.
Which we already knew who that was gonna be, but okay.
Yeah. So well, um, yeah, we yeah, Whew. Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to that. Oh my God. All right. Nikki and Rita greeted Stephanie, congratulated her. Asuka came up doing her usual bully thing, and which led to a match between the Kabuki Warriors and
Mhm.
Nikki and Rhea.
Which is hilarious because she been all over Twitter and it's just funny because she talking about Rhea. And she
And
keeps putting up Smurfs and uh that one X-Men character.
yeah,
It's like your girl is funny.
and then Bailey faced Roxanne, and she won via personality flip. She won versus personality flip, and then she
Mm,
snapped. She
mm.
snapped on Lyra. after her win. Okay, this is that example of what I mean by don't change a person's personality because after when this first started, Lyra was on a I don't give a damn. And she does a complete 180. I'm not feeling it. You didn't trust her. You didn't like her. You should have stuck with that. That would have made this match would have gave it more fire because that tells me that you're gonna let them be in a match and it's not gonna be one sided. That you're gonna let them both go. I don't like the premise of what this is leading up to. I'm not feeling it. But with that, Jimmy runs into Cody, and Cody
Tries
asked
to
about
give him the,
Jay, and he said,
yeah.
maybe you can go talk to him, talk some sense into him. JD faces Rusev. Rusev won. Who knew? Finn's pissed at Dom because Dom had a chance to jump in there. Granted, he would have still won by disqualification, but he had a chance to jump in there and save JD, and he
And he did.
didn't. And Finn came out. He's not happy, and at some point, and this is another reason why I want the old music of old Finn to come back because old music, old Finn, Dom is gone. Dom is gone. This is a beatdown. Some kind of beatdown would have happened before the show was over. It's just it's like he would have checked on JD, made sure he was cool, and then Dom would have ate some. It's yeah. So uh but yeah, Cody tries to talk to Jay.
Jay was staring at his belt.
Yeah, yeah. Which you can't be shocked at that opens up the door to another possibility of another possible match. It's like, okay, I like
Yeah,
it.
because well, maybe it
Well,
was because he's on
they're
Raw
they're,
right
they're
now.
having them stare at the title, so the possibilities they're keeping open the door of possibilities. So just to see crowd will do or say. LA says that everything between him and Jay was a misunderstanding, but since Jay wants to keep coming with the smoke, he's more than happy to oblige. And beat him down with everybody saying LA Night, yeah. So
Yeah.
then obviously the match happens. Jay wins, but he wins because of the vision.
Jamie comes out, goes down to help. Well, he's tried to convince Jay to help. Jay said, and walks back. And then Jamie comes out with a chair.
Yeah. Yeah, I put Jimmy helps LA avoid another murder. Because that's basically what it is. It's that's basically what's happening there. That's
Speaking
it's
of speaking of murder, um, we'll get to it, but I watched 7 hours of wrestling last Saturday. I watched All Out and WrestlePalooza. We will get
yeah,
to All Out
yeah,
when we get to AEW.
I'm gonna have to see. I know there's gotta be a way I can get around my little issue with being able to see their pay-per-views. What do you feel about them not I know the WWE is doing it on purpose, where some of their pay-per-views are falling on the same day as AEW's. And so I mean AEW is doing what they can. And
It still ran over because I was watching the main event of All Out when WrestlePalooza just started.
mm,
So that was like 5 hours long. So
yeah, that's too much.
oh my god, I was like, oh my lord, they had like 10 matches.
Yeah, and with them having and with them doing where the wrestlers wrestle, that's
But the thing is that every match was entertaining. It wasn't a
Well, yeah.
rise to season match.
I mean, you have to do that, especially if it's a pay-per-view.
Mhm.
And and you're making sure that no matter what, people are paying. And yeah, it's it better be that.
Yeah.
So the WWE has some wiggle room. If you have like the streaming service, you can get around having to pay for the actual pay-per-view itself.
No, no. Because I have HBO Max that I watch AEW on, and they still wanted $40 for
No.
that.
That's what I'm saying. That's the difference between AEW and the WWE.
Yeah.
Is the WWE? It's like, oh, I got Netflix. Oh, I got, so I don't have to pay for the pay-per-view itself. So
Um, but luckily somebody um I watch podcasts every week, and the person that hosts the podcast, he actually sent me the money to watch All Out. So I was like, that was very sweet of him. But
well, yeah.
um so I was able to watch All Out.
Seth is thinking about what Cody. Seth is thinking about what Cody said, and
Oh yeah, Becky.
Becky was just her mouth,
Oh, that was so funny.
and he really, and she ain't paying attention to the fact that he ain't hardly paying attention to a word
Mhm.
he said.
Yeah.
That was great. That was great. Loved it. I love
She's
it
like, I'm
when
gonna do something about it. I'm gonna do something about it.
right.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna
And
do
he just
something
kind
about
of looked as she
it. Yeah, looked
left
at her like,
like,
all right.
um, Los Americanos vignette.
That's what that gets.
Uh, okay.
That's what that gets. And you know what I would be really, really mad about? Because I don't know how true it is, but I heard that Tyler Bate is one of those Americano people.
He has
But
to
if
be.
but if the other one is Ilya Dragunov, I'm ripping some eyes out.
The reason why I don't think that that is because
I know, but I'm just saying if it
one of
was,
them is like completely fat. I mean, he's
yeah,
fat, out of shape,
me and me and
and
Triple
neither
H would
one
have
of
had a
them.
we would have had to go. We would have had to have a conversation like, bro,
I
we
mean,
ain't doing it.
I mean, is it possible that Ilya he's been gone so long and he could have let himself go?
I hope he about to come back soon. He been gone what, a year?
Uh, yeah, he been gone a while, but the problem with that is most of the people that he could go against is in factions.
What?
Most of the people that he can legitimately, entertainingly go against is in factions. Other than that, you're gonna have him going against people that are way bigger than him. And although he can carry those matches, it's like, do we want him hurt again? Because what he was hurt from was not really him being a high flyer. It was the brutality that he was going through because most of the people he was fighting was way bigger than him.
Most of these matches are brutal.
Well, yeah, most of his matches are brutal, but it's one thing when they're brutal and you're going against somebody your size, and it's another thing when you go when it's him versus Oba.
Speaking
Oba,
of speaking of
oh,
brutal, Gunther is on his way back, right?
I'm not sure. So, Pierce, what do you think about this? Pierce talking about an opportunity for Maxine.
I don't see why not. If she getting a training from Natty,
You're getting the training from Natty, but which the training is one thing. The training will ensure that you won't get hurt. But one thing that a legend can't do, they can't make it look like
Okay, I get what you're saying. I do. But also you got to look at this. When Trish Stratus first came in, how was she?
why are you about
Yeah.
to do this to me?
Then
Why are
she
you about
got
to
the
do this to me?
training. You know what I'm saying? So it could be like that.
Why are you gonna
It
make
could be.
why are you gonna make me say it? You just bound and determined you gonna make me say it.
I am.
Whether it's Trish Stratus, whether it was my lovely Tori Wilson, whether it was Stacy Keebler, whether it was the Bellas, heck, uh Michelle, not Michelle McCool,
Candice Michelle.
Candice Michelle.
Mhm.
Uh there's at least one more. Hold
Dawn
on.
Marie.
Don Marie don't even get to be in the conversation because she
Okay.
just because she was in ECW, so she got away with it. It-
Yeah.
yeah. Anybody, any female, any most of the females, 99% of the females that were in,
Miss
that
Kitty.
were in in ECW, they got away with it because they were like biker chicks. It was like they were there, you saw what they were wearing, you didn't really pay attention to what they could or couldn't do. It was like, okay, you're there, you're eye candy. This ain't like on like SmackDown and Raw where they were like, okay, we get it, they're eye candy, but if you're gonna put them in the ring, can you at least make them wrestle? ECW, it was so crazy over there. They were like, yeah, we ain't worried about them wrestling. You just make sure that the guys are showing up. Let them wear what they wearing, and it is what it is. Eva Marie, that's
Eva
another one.
Marie.
Was another one.
Mm.
Even if you saw improvement, at the end of the day, they still wasn't
I
it.
didn't see no improvement with Eva Marie. Eve Torres, maybe.
Eve Torres.
What's her name? Maria Kanellis. Um,
Oh, oh, why did you make me remember her? I was actually trying to leave her out of it because I actually met her and got to take a
oh,
picture with her. So I was trying to leave her out of it. Just there's some people that even if you see improvement, they still ain't it.
I mean, maybe not. But I'm
It
just saying,
and I get it. Trisha's legendary status, she ended up doing like high flying moves, and that kind of stuff kind of got her to the status that she was. But just
but she
plain,
got good though.
but just plain, she became watchable. She became watchable as a wrestler. She was always good from a look standpoint, but she
Yeah. But I'm
but
talking about as far as wrestling, she
yeah,
got good.
she became watchable because the move you understood what move she was trying to do, and it actually looked okay. But comparing her to like an Eve Torres, comparing her to like Charlotte Flair, comparing her to Becky Lynch, comparing her to comparing any of those that I mentioned to Natalia, yeah, no, don't just don't. That's my thing. It's like, yeah, she even now Maxine has become to where you understand the moves, and she's gotten better on her timing on performing the moves with whoever she's with in the ring. So it's starting to look better, but yet,
I'm just gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
but yet
And you
it's
know, I
like,
mean,
yeah,
she can and just see how she grows. If she can't grow, then I'm done with it.
because I hate to say it, but a lot of Trish and the love that she gets is the fact that she was her longevity. It was her yeah, she got better from a wrestling. I'm not gonna say that she didn't, but most of it was, oh, she's a legend because she was one there at the beginning, and she did get better, so people got respect on the fact that she got better. But I bet not ever hear anybody stick her in the conversation if you're comparing her to like uh
Lita?
uh 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 Miss Jackie. Miss
Oh no,
Jackie.
Miss Jackie was beast.
See, you
Jazz
see what
and
I'm
Victoria.
saying?
Yeah.
Miss Jackie, Gail
Jazz
Kim.
and Victoria, Molly Holly.
Yeah. See, there's certain conversations certain people can't go in. Yes, they are a part of the conversation. You're not excluding them from the conversation, but when you're really talking about the real, it's like, oh, like there's a lot of rappers that are out, but there's a lot of rappers that I'm not comparing to LL Cool J, Redman, Method Man, Eminem. I'm not doing it. It's like I don't care if even if I see why people like them, I'm not. We're not putting them in the same conversation.
Hmm.
I like the beats of Rick Ross. I'm not sticking him in a conversation as an actual lyricist.
Not like
I'm
without.
not
I
doing that.
mean,
But and
I'm
and, and
sorry,
his
but
beats
he got better than Wale.
and his beats, huh? I don't know about that one. I don't know if I would go that far out. Ooh,
Are you serious? Rick Ross?
yeah,
Wale?
yeah.
Oh, Lord child. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, okay, we can't get off topic. That ain't got nothing to do with wrestling. See,
That's
see
what I
what
said.
we,
Okay.
see what we did there. Okay, Dragon Lee and AJ want Los Americanos,
Oh, dear God. Hmm.
and they a person short. That's another reason why I'm not feeling it. Um, Oscar versus Rhea.
That was good.
Rhea, yeah. And these are two other women that you can't stick those other women in a conversation with. Even if you notice that they get better and they get their character right, which Trish did. Trish
I
got her
think
character right. She got better in the ring,
I
and she
think
started
that
doing the matches with her and uh
Lita.
Lita was what really
I
pushed her over.
I think that every generation got better. So it was the Lita Trish Stratus era. Then it was up to, I mean, the Lita Trish Stratus, Molly Holly, Miss Jackie, um,
Well, be
Jazz,
careful with
all of
Molly
them.
Holly because Molly Holly was around during the Attitude Era. Remember? Because
That's
she
what I
was with.
mean. That's what I mean. All of them women. Then it was their era. Then it was up there with Michelle McCool, Mickey James, AJ Lee. They were, you know, it was their era, Caitlyn and all them. Then it came up to, I wouldn't even say Nikki and Brie. I wouldn't even really okay. But then then it
See, you
started to
know what I'm
get,
talking about.
yeah, then it
You know
started to get
exactly what
like
I'm talking about.
Paige, Bailey, Sasha Banks, um, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Naomi, um, I want to say Bianca, but she wasn't quite there yet. Um, but all of them, they started to do, I think it's just starting to get better every, what I mean,
Yeah.
every generation. So now you got Stephanie and Julia, even though I'm mad that they kind of wasting Julia, but you got them. Then you got uh
At least she got a title though. I mean, I won't totally this whole thing with her and Kiana. I'm not liking, so I'm not feeling from that standpoint. But like we discussed before, it's funny how they bring a bunch of people up, and every single one of them should get a push. but they only select a chosen few to end up with some kind of title and get some kind of push.
And you got Io, you got Kyrie, you got Oscar, you got oh mm, 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 Mia Yim. Um
They can't figure out what they want her name to be. One minute she Mia Yim, the next minute she Mi Chin.
I call her Mia Yim. She Mia Yim to me. Um then you got, just all of these women, you know.
Yeah, then what me and you have been discussing came to light. Oscar spit mist in Rhea's eyes, and
Yeah,
Ky
Rhea. Yeah.
Ky Kyria Kyrie. One minute she reluctant, the next minute she throwing down the beat down.
Hmm.
And that's another example. Kyrie can wrestle, but it's
Yes.
but hers is the way it looks when she's delivering it. It's like you're too small. No, I'm not. No, I'm not believing that you really land powerful, painful beating on Rhea. Not at your size. No,
But
no.
then, but then that may be, but at the same time, Oscar did spray that mist in her face.
Yeah, but
Then they
you you
turned on they
you
turned on
they
EO.
they turned on EO. Yeah, they turned on EO. So, ooh, they made it a game. I'm about to edit that part out. Um, all right, all right, and now we go into NXT, NXT. So, okay, yeah. I've been trying, I've been trying to do a certain thing to make sure that I got the right papers. So, Miles takes on Lexus King.
Hmm.
Miles comes out the winner. How do you feel about this rivalry?
I like it, but I would like it better if it was a story, kind of a story being told. Um, with him, yeah, having his disability or whatever, it's like, okay, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? So I
Well,
don't know.
Lexus is supposed to be the bully, not taking him seriously. So essentially, it's a like a '80s themed storyline where it's
Mm,
like it's kind of implied. It's like you found out a while ago that he's partially deaf. That made it where he could talk on the mic and people wouldn't be like, "What's wrong with his voice?"
hmm.
Okay, got past that part.
As soon as I heard him talk, I was like, oh, he must be deaf. I just knew that. Like, oh, he's deaf.
Everybody is
I
not
know,
going
not, yeah.
is not going to think deaf. They're going to think deaf. They'll either think deaf. He could be me- partially mentally challenged,
Hmm.
uh,
All I know is
weird speech impediment.
mm,
So so yeah,
I
it's
gotta try to get used to calling him Lexus. I call him BPJ. So I guess I gotta. That's my little nickname for him. But you
mm,
know,
yeah, yeah. Well,
I know he'll probably look at me like, "Girl, don't call me that." But I can't help it. I've been calling you that since AEW. Sorry.
right. So Ava to O Stevie and Robbie that they're running the show because she can't be there.
And truth be told, she was with her dad. So,
Ah, smell a rat.
huh?
I smell a rat.
Meaning, no, in real life, she was with her on the carpet with her dad.
No, okay, get that part, but still, I smell a rat. I smell a rat because of the fact that you know how this goes. Somebody of power is missing, and then all of a sudden there's a invasion of some sort,
Oh, of
or or
course.
or or
You
or
see
or
the
or or,
TNA?
or like there's some teammates that are together. One is getting ready to turn on everybody, so he just happens to not be there when the beat down goes down. Um, like we were talking about for the longest time, we're waiting on the shoe to drop for Trick to officially announce that he's with Dark State. It you see what I'm saying? I smell a rat. And
Well,
and from the moment I saw that, I went, so wait, since the beginning of the show, TNA people have been showing up and you're not there at all. Hmm.
oh, you think she's switching?
Yeah, smell a rat. And it would be perfect because nobody will see it coming. Nobody would honestly see it coming.
Hmm.
Especially with all this talk of Triple H want to return and Shawn Michaels feeling some kind of way about it. Well, what if she felt some kind of way about, oh, I thought y'all left this to me. Oh, well, since y'all didn't leave this to me, why don't I go over here and talk to Santino and blah blah blah. And boom, now you got Santino and Ava versus that that brings that brings Regal and Triple H and makes them come together and go, oh, okay, all right, we're friends, gentlemen. Let's go, monkey stomp some people. Then All Ego addresses Dr. Wagner. He challenges him.
Which
Uh,
turned out to be Tavion.
yeah, yeah, that was good. I was yeah, that was good. I was as soon as he came over and started going at him, I wondered. I'm like, yeah, that can't be him. But I wasn't sure. So I'm not gonna take full credit for having a feeling just because I had a hunch like, okay, something ain't right about this. Plus, like his size was different. So obviously they're size wise, they're differently built. But anyway, Jordan watches the vignette by Blake, and
Mariah May.
she's partially concerned, and Ariana Grace kind of ran her mouth and got herself on the wrong side of Jordan.
Yeah.
So there's that match with Candace and Laney Reed. What did you think?
um, I'm trying to debate if I was watching it.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I
I don't
mean,
think I was paying attention to it.
the only part of it that kind of surprised me was winner. I guess they're never gonna let Candace hold a belt.
Well, she held the speed championship before.
Meh. But and even if I get that being the reason why she lost to Laney Reed, why is she never, whether it's NXT, whether she comes over to SmackDown and starts off with a plan of wanting to go for a women's title, Why does she never get there? Same thing with Johnny Gargano. Same thing with
The Maso Ciampa.
yeah. They never go anywhere near the big title.
I don't know. Was she was she NXT Women's Champion?
I could look it up and make sure, but I'm pretty sure the answer to that is no.
And I've noticed something too. Why is it that they have the WWE talent winning the TNA titles, but not the TNA talent winning the WWE title?
I could answer that. History. You remember when we saw the you remember when we saw the coming together of WCW and the WWE, right?
Okay.
And if you remember, every time there was a match where both titles was on the line, WCW's champions always lost.
Okay.
So uh just like that's another reason why I didn't like that match between Triple H and Sting, because that's basically the way people painted it. Like this was the original WWE versus WCW. This was one of the matches we always wanted, and they kind of kept bringing up
Who
WCW.
always wanted that match?
Huh?
Who always wanted that match? I don't think Triple H should have won. That's my opinion.
Oh, I know he shouldn't have won. When the original invasion happened, um, it was some of the matches that was brought up was Sting versus Triple H, Sting versus Stone Cold, Sting versus Shawn Michaels. Although the biggest one that everybody wanted was Sting versus Undertaker. That one was the most popular one of all of them.
Yeah.
So but yeah, it was brought up. It wasn't the most popular one, but yeah, it was definitely brought up. So um
I don't know. I just wondered because I'm like, I noticed that like they have the like Trick and Dan Kalani just won NXT or no, sorry, TNA Knockouts title,
mhm.
but none of the TNA talent has WWE titles.
Yep. So
Even though they did say at Bound for Glory, parties is supposed to go against Dark State title for title.
it's 4-on-2. The Hardys are losing. It's 4-on-2. The Hardys are losing.
Hey, they got friends.
Yeah, they got friends,
Wait a
but
minute, hold on. How is that possible?
what?
Because they supposed to be fighting the Dudley boys in a tables match. I gotta see when that is. In like one final match, they supposed to be fighting Dudleys. So are they gonna have something prior to that? I don't know. Anyway, I'll look it up just so I got my facts straight.
Um, pop.
I don't know what he's.
Once again, they let it be known that more TNA wrestlers are showing up to the show or whatever. And Jada addresses Lash. Lyra talks to Tatum before Izzy comes and reminds her that Lyra left her. Lyra clearly wasn't happy about Izzy doing that. So
Mhm.
then Jordan Grace takes on Ariana. She wins. Stax comes to her aid, and then
That's her real boyfriend too.
Blake comes out with weapons, and Stevie. and Robbie set up the match for No Mercy. Chase, you rookies, apologize.
Who did he take on?
Huh?
Who did Andre Chase take on?
Josh Briggs.
Oh, okay, okay.
So they were apologizing. Dark State comes to address them and says and brings up them bringing up the name of Joe Hendry and and and
He
Dark
comes
State
up.
yeah, Dark State challenges
Hmm.
them to a 6-man tag. So
I hear that they are phasing him out of TNA to bring him to WWE.
well, yeah,
So,
yeah. So
so they saying by 2026 he should be in WWE full time, like Jordan Grace.
yeah. So Laney Reed revels in her victory and plans to beat Soul at No Mercy. JC congratulates Laney, then tells Fallons and Nix that she will be the one going for the speed title. That Fallon will be the one going for the speed title, and she was gonna deal with Lola. She lost at Homecoming, didn't she?
Who
JC
did she have a match? Oh yeah,
says
yeah, yeah. They did. They
J.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
JC and
Yeah,
Lola. JC addresses Lola in the Homecoming
because
match. Lola addresses
because
JC.
Lola interfered in the match.
Yeah, so JC addresses Lola in the Homecoming match, and then Lola addresses her on how far she's come, and
Hmm.
JC had a response that ended with Lola knocking her out.
Yeah.
So then Hank and Tank and Joe Hendry took on Dark State. Dark State obviously won,
Hmm.
and they deliver a message to everyone about their ability to dominate. What do you think about Dark State in general?
Um, I'm trying to think of a word for him. I'm not gonna, you know, I kind of still gotta. I think they still gotta. I still gotta watch them to be able to, really give my definite opinion. But I think they're good. They were like indie wrestlers, right? I think I know Saquon Sugars was, and um, I know one of them was a football player, and then one of them was on LFG. Um, but yeah, I think they could be. I think they're gelling well.
Hmm. Um, I definitely like the fact that they let that one dude stop talking because
Mhm.
he seemed like he
Yeah,
was taking them in a direction of like being more more
yeah.
perverted, twisted on a level that that the rest of them aren't on. So
Mhm.
um so Josh Briggs speaks about the NXT and the opinion of the
Yeah, the fans.
yeah. And then Ricky Saints comes out, lets him know he's not just coming out for him. He's not just going for the title for himself. He's doing it for all of New Orleans.
Yeah,
And
that's where he's from.
yeah, so and he faces the winner of the unification match, which did not happen. which I got some questions about that. Yeah. It's like so a drunk Javon addresses Briggs, and then someone attacked Jasmine Nix. JC JC and them didn't care, said that basically she was out of the group. Only the strong
which
survives.
means they wrote her out because she actually left WWE. So
Okay.
so she is no longer there.
So that kills my thought process on what happened at No
Hmm.
Mercy. Okay, that kills one of my thoughts about what happened at No Mercy.
Hmm.
So let's see. Obviously, the Obo versus Trick match. Everything was going down, but it ends in disqualification because a brawl broke out between TNA and
Which was
NXT.
Trick's fault because he slapped Mike Santana.
Yeah,
And then Ricky
and then
Saint came
and
out and was
and
like, I don't care about none of this. I'm going to the title.
yeah, and then him and Oba kind of faced each other, each one of them holding the title, staring at each other. Uh,
Hmm.
on to Dynamite. Dynamite. What did you think of Dynamite overall?
Um, I thought it was good.
I loved the way they started it off. Gates of Agony versus Brodito. They let everybody go. Um,
I just know one thing. I think he do that on He does that because he know it annoys people. That like stop it.
yeah, yeah, that's definitely yes. When you're a heel, you have to do something that annoys people,
And
and you're
that
probably
annoys
not the
me.
only one.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I'm trying to think of yeah, because he's not the originator of that. Jadakiss
I
is.
know it's Jadakiss, yeah.
Yeah, Jadakiss is. So yeah, uh and there's been some other people that have done like a version of it over the years. I can't think of off the top of my head. But bottom line, Gates of Agony, once again, they start off the show with an excellent match.
Hmm.
Uh, very entertaining. And then the conglomeration challenged the Don Callis family. And for once, Roderick Strong wasn't being,
A brat.
yeah, for once. So I did like that fact. And then Chris Statlander did an interview with Harley Cameron.
Atlanta.
And those are always entertaining, especially when Harley Cameron is involved. Uh Cowboy versus Lee Moriarty.
Yeah.
Well, wait, let's go back. I know I didn't really watch it, but I did figure out who did what, how, and why. How do you feel about Chris Statlander winning the title?
I thought it was about time. It was about time. Um, yeah, the right person won.
Gotcha. All right. So Cowboy versus Lee Moriarty. Oh, nope. I'm gonna wait to the end because they had a really long show. I'm gonna get to the end, speed this up
Mm,
a little bit. Uh, then FTR. Obviously, Cowboy won. It was a great match. Lee
yeah.
Moriarty is an excellent wrestler.
Yes, he is.
He has been for a while now.
Hmm.
Do you think he'll ever make it up past being at best a mid Carter?
He can, but they just got to book him right.
Do you think that the reason that it is more about his mic skills than his wrestling skills? I think that's what's holding him back, the mic part of it. That's why they stuck him in that clique with
Shane Taylor.
Shane Taylor. Yeah. Matter of fact, if you notice, everybody in that clique, I don't know much about that Blake Christian dude, but everybody else in his clique
Well, no,
is
no. Blake Christian is not in his. It's infantry. Um, Lee Moriarty and Shane Taylor. Blake Christian is with Lee Johnson.
okay. I thought Lee Johnson was in there too.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where I got the
Yeah.
association of him being in. But didn't they temporarily tag at one of them pay-per-views?
They might have. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's why I made that association. Cause Shane Taylor came out and I could have swore that Moriarty and Lee Johnson and Blake Christian came out with him. But anyway, uh um so FTR, after all out, they made no apologies about what they did to Beth.
Man, that was so. Well, she hit me in the nose and my eyes was watering, and I thought it was coke, and I spiked her. I didn't mean to do that. Like, right.
Yeah, but you make no apologies about it, but yet you had a excuse prepared.
Yeah.
So MJ oh. So clearly if I immediately read between the lines. He may not have gone on his honeymoon right after the wedding, but he clearly is going on his honeymoon now. And when he gets back, that's when we're going to see him truly cross some major lines. So he's going to be a different MJF, which basically means
He gonna be the same.
he's going to be totally unhinged like he has before. And who's he going to come back with?
Adam Page.
No, I mean like who's he going to come back with?
Oh, with. Mm,
He's going to come back with somebody. The question is who, because other than that, that would bring a whole new element to his character because he'll actually be complete dastardly heel and he'll do it completely alone. Now, him not staying with the Hurt Syndicate is the only reason he's not holding the title right now.
well, they lost their title.
Well, yeah, but to me, if they had made that whole situation work based upon his history, usually when he goes for a title and he's in a clique, he don't lose. So there's that. Um, Okada, Hechicero, and Takeshita versus for those who didn't get the clear hints that 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 Briscoe was dropping when he was asking for the
I
match.
know.
Gee, I want orange. Hmm.
Yeah.
Who?
And
Who?
then on top of that, like he was showing all his paintings, and I was like, he's weird. He got a weird obsession with these boys.
Yeah, and he didn't show all of them obviously,
I know,
because
but
because
it's just
yeah,
like
because he did make a painting of
Kenny Omega
yeah.
and yeah.
So they have a match once again. This thing with hologram.
I don't.
Hologram
I wish they make
is
sense of that. Like, what is
leaving.
that?
Hologram. If I'm reading into it, what I'm reading into it, hologram is about to snap.
Okay.
Now, 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 now the thing, either hologram's about to snap, or he got a click, and they're coming. But I'm thinking more of he's about to snap and probably go heel because of the fact that it keeps saying hologram, and his normal colors are blue, and this one is red. And, oh, about to go heel. I'm about to get really angry and snap. So I could see
Okay.
him leaving the conglomeration and turning his back on them and going heel. I could see that. All right. Fletcher, after the win, Fletcher comes out and addresses Briscoe and Orange and challenges Hologram for his undefeated streak, which means that he's going, that's probably going to be what pushes him over the edge. He's going to lose his undefeated streak, and that's going to make him officially snap.
Okay.
So then Mina does an interview. She addresses Tony Storm and basically her and addressing the match between her and Chris later on in the show. That
Man, Tony was surprised. And it's like making me want to think like, was that legitimate when she lost that match? Because she was looking like legit surprised.
well, I mean, you got that. You also got the fact that you could say that she was shocked that Statlander was the one that beat her, which could lead to another personality change, potential heel turn. Lot of possibilities there. So that brings us to Claudio and Hobbs. There's not much that needs to be said about this match. They both did their thing as always. Claudio ends up winning. The rest of the Death Riders come out, giving Hobbs a beat down. Joe comes out, he catches a beat down, and then Cowboy comes out to quote unquote save the day. And
Mm-hmm.
then what me and you talked about a few months ago has not now actually come to fruition. Tony Khan officially introduced the women's tag titles.
Yep.
So that must mean that from the women's side of things, they must have who or what they need for the tag titles to be a thing.
I guess.
So, and then that leads into Mina versus Chris. Chris wins. Obviously, another great match. Wheeler comes out, enters the ring, raises Chris's
Mm-hmm.
hand, and I knew by the way she was looking, I'm like, she's about to clothesline you. She's about to
Yep.
clothesline you. She's about to
Something.
clothesline you.
Mm-hmm.
And and because she had that Tom that John Cena look,
Yeah.
like from the moment he hit the ring. It was like you saw the look on her face. It's like I got people
Yeah.
keep not trusting me because of you.
Yeah.
It's like then he raises her hand, and I'm like, yeah, she's about to turn.
Mm-hmm.
She's about to turn on you. She's about now the funny part of it was what she did after she clotheslined you. She
He went
she
out
she
the,
clotheslined Yuta. She ducks Marita Shabir.
and
She
they gave him the middle
gave
finger
John
going right
Cena,
in his face.
yeah, gave him the the Stone Cold salute, we'll call it,
Mm-hmm.
and and then smartly, oh my God, more face people should do this. If you're
Yeah.
gonna do something and you know you outnumbered, do it and run.
Mm-hmm. And she sure did. She got out the ring and jumped the barricade, and Harley came with her.
Well, yeah, because and which Harley was already like, yeah, this ain't where I want to be right now.
Yeah.
So, so, that's the one smart thing I will give her Harley. It'll be hard to catch her in a beat down without surprising her, because she's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yep, no, I know how this is gonna end. Lots and lots
Yeah.
of pain. Like I'm crazy. I ain't that crazy. So yeah, and then that was the end of Dynamite. Um, God, there was there was something I wanted to say, but I said I was going to wait till the end.
Yeah.
Uh, and of course now I don't remember. Ah, I'll try to remember it before the end of the
Mm-hmm.
show. Not gonna not gonna keep holding back the show. Oh, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Uh I went so fast through NXT that I forgot that I did a little boo boo.
Mm-hmm.
Eh, I'll I'll wait till actually, yeah, I'll talk about it during No Mercy. I'll as we're going into No Mercy, I'll talk about it before we actually go into No Mercy. That's how we'll do that. Boom, baby. Yeah. Um so SmackDown starts. Paul comes out to address the rumors about him and Brock Lesnar when Cody comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cody also wants to talk about him and Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this to you before, and I've been saying it, and I'm gonna stand on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand on it
Mm-hmm.
until Paul proves me wrong. This would be the time, after what Seth said, this would be the time to turn on Seth.
Okay.
This could be the time to turn on Seth, and you can have the Bronze go, oh yeah, we were just playing along for Paul until Paul made his decision. Now to just let everybody know, if you have a title, we're coming for you. You got Brock and you got the Bronze. Yeah, they're not get okay. Yeah, they're not getting every title that they want. Sure, we'll let that be your secret.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So, uh, and then I got ahead of myself. I kept trying to figure out. And thank you for catching me. I got ahead of myself. I was thinking about what happened on SmackDown. While I was talking about Raw. So, um, so while they're talking, the Brown Browns come out
Yep.
and Cody starts smelling what's being cooked, and he don't like the smell, but he's gonna stick it out. He understands he's standing in the house and smell like chitlins, but he ain't scared.
Ah.
So yeah, that tells you how I feel about chitlins. I don't see how nobody
Me
eats them.
too.
There's
I don't
no.
either.
It's like what my foster mother got rest her soul. It used to make me mad when I had nobody's house I could go over because she would tell me she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be cooking chitlins." And I'm like, dang it, I ain't got nobody's house I can go over.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
granted, it's gonna be in the house for a couple of days, but it's
Yep.
but yeah. So obviously he decides that he's gonna fight it out with him. Again, time and place, strategy, not going into situations where you're hurt. But I get it. You don't want to be no punk either. But I'm sorry, it's not being a punk if you see that you're in a situation that you have zero chance of winning, and you just go, you know what? I'll be back.
Yeah.
We will revisit this.
Yeah.
Uh, so Street Profits at the moment they are on the same page again. At
Hmm.
the moment,
Said that when they was uh doing that backstage, I was like, one of them turning.
and the only thing that prolonged it, kind of like that situation with DIY and what they did with Mello and Trick. It's like the oil
Hmm.
is already in the water. The fire is about to start itself.
Yeah.
Don't go in thinking that you're gonna do what you do and you're gonna really ignite the fire. Because a lot of them times they'll look at you and they'll go, excuse me, where you come from? Nobody ask you your opinion or what you thought or nothing.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, this my brother, this my family, and we gonna deal with this how we deal with this. So
Hmm.
they have a okay. So they go to their match against Mello and Miz. Miz does what he does
Try to take the spotlight.
one too
Mello was
many
like, yeah.
times,
Mello was like, mm-mm.
not
So I'm gonna
trying
let you get
to
pinned.
not paying attention to the clear signals that were coming.
Mm-hmm.
So they lose.
Yep.
Mello could have gotten in there, could have went for the save, and he said, "Nope. You
Yep.
wanna you wanna be him? There you go." And he let him take the L.
Mm-hmm.
Now, still doesn't tell us. We know of the likelihood of who the heel is going to be.
Yeah.
Who do you or who would you like to see be the heel in this situation?
Mm. Hmm. Good question. Good question.
Because and I have an opinion on it. I think it should be mellow.
I was thinking the same thing.
I think it should be mellow. They have this out. He ends up winning more often than not. Then he goes after the United States title.
Hmm. Yep.
Because we already know with Cody holding the title and everybody that's in line to get that title, we know he ain't getting that one. Um, and even though they've been letting people jump back and forth to all kinds of shows, it would be interesting if he were to go after the IC title and go after Dom. I would be for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but that would also put him in line. I don't want to set him up to be completely molded over by Rusev because I'm pretty sure that whoever doesn't win it before Rusev gets in the match is basically getting railroaded by Rusev. So and with the way he's come back and the way they've given him his push, it would only make sense for him to get the IC title at this
Hmm.
point. So yeah. Uh and then to everybody's chagrin after everybody as the prophets were trying to celebrate,
Ah, White Six.
the Wyatt Six show up and they're standing in front of or at the announcers table.
Hmm.
So whew, sorry. Uh that leads us to Jade Cargill talking about her plans for the women's championship. And when Stephanie Vakir comes walking through after she arrives to the arena,
Hmm.
she tells Stephanie that she will be the one taking on her at Crown Jewel. To which Stephanie was not phased.
She was
Uh,
like, okay.
Kiana,
That's what she looked like. Okay.
right. Um, Juliana, Kiana versus BFAB and Michin. I guess. I mean, it. They all know how to wrestle. The match was cool. I still just question what. Send her to Evolve. Put her on NXT. I'm not put her on NXT until she's officially ready to come back. I really don't understand. I really don't like her being with Julia because I feel like she's actually diminishing Julia and what Julia is truly capable of. We've seen what she's truly capable of, but this is their way of, oh, we got her up to the main roster. That's their way of watering her down since she probably is not going to be okay with them watering down how she does her matches. Let's water her down by giving her a manager that she don't need.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
Alexa and Charlotte, they watch the match when they see
Zarya and Sol Ruka.
Zaruka.
Hmm.
Apparently, apparently Alexa and Charlotte are Charlexa
Yeah.
or Sharexa, whatever she said. Um, uh, and they asked for a title match, which uh
I'm not mad at.
I don't, they looking like they getting ready to break up. I'm sorry. They need to prove that they can that they can.
This is probably what's going to catapult it.
Uh, I think that's what's going to catapult the breakup.
That's what I mean.
So yeah. So so uh, which I've been saying for the longest. As soon as
Because then Zarya can go for that North American title.
yeah, or she can go for the speed, whichever one, because
It's trying to give her a chance.
which I have been saying from the moment she stepped in and they had her in that match where it was her, Jordan Grace, uh I think it was the Rumble, wasn't it? Yeah, because um it was her, Jordan Grace, uh Bianca was in there. I want to say
Hmm.
Jade was in the ring, and just the way she came in there and the way she held her own, I'm like, okay, I could see her being a heel and she
Yeah.
taking somebody's title. Next thing you knew, she disappeared for a while, and then she showed up to be cool with Soroka, and I'm like, what?
Hmm.
Well, it's like, okay, all right, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, so Drew comes out.
My teddy bear is back.
He reminisces about the suffering and blames the referee and blames Cody and Cody narrative. All this comes out. He's pissed because he's trying to figure out why Drew's in the ring with a boot. And but because Cody didn't have to reveal his how injured he was or wasn't, then
Hmm.
Drew felt like he could go to his own doctors who could determine whether or not he was hurt. And yeah, that's when Jacob hits the ring
Hmm.
and he
Like
gives
teddy
his
bear.
opinion. He gives his opinion on Drew and what he's been doing, and Drew didn't like it, so Drew decided to give him the Glasgow kiss,
Hmm.
which only angered Jacob. Jacob ended it with a super kick, and he ripped off his boot and
And hit
hit
him
him
in the
in the
face
head
with
with.
it.
All right, Stephanie Care confronts Tiffany Stratus, tells her that she will see her in Perth.
Did you call her Tiffany Stratus?
I wouldn't be surprised if she did.
Yeah.
Um, then Dragon Lee,
Dragon Lee? He on
huh?
SmackDown? Or he's on, wow. Ray Phoenix?
Yeah, sorry, it's the mask.
Close my door. Yeah,
So
Ray Phoenix. Yeah.
Ray Phoenix and Sammy are issuing out thank yous for the match, and before he goes out to meet who he is going to have a match with for the Open Challenge. Solo, he's giving kudos to JC Mateo and tells JC
Hmm.
that as long as he sticks with him, that he will benefit. Do you think that they are actually going to let them have a run, and at who and how, with how with how everybody seems to be in everybody, especially if they have a title, seems to be embroiled in something with somebody else.
I think from what I've read that they were supposed to start feuding with Wyatt Six. So, um,
What?
that's what I heard. I'm not sure if that how true that is.
I could see that for the tag titles, but what?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Solo's crew versus the Wyatt Six.
Which, yeah, I don't like it because I already know what they're about to do. Seeing that they're pushing Solo and his crew. So what's about to happen is when they get in there with the Wyatt Six, it's gonna be like the Wyatt Six are the faces, and they're gonna be catching beat downs, and even if they win, it's gonna be, oh, so it was 20-minute match. They got dominated for 15 minutes, or hell worse. They got dominated for 18 minutes and they somehow pulled it out in the last 2 minutes.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry, I like Solo. Am I the only one that's not gonna want to hear the uh the mic work between the two?
Yeah, it is. I guess.
God. Oh, and see, this is what I'm talking about. See, supposed to be Judgment Day. Let it be the Finn, JD, Tommaso, and then they would need a fourth since technically there's a fourth. They done messed up my thought with Drew. So let me get back to you. I'm gonna find somebody else that because we could save this whole situation. It's
Can we?
jeez, and plus they gonna need a girl. Solo gonna need a girl. Who the
You know,
girl go?
they always been saying they
Oh
wanted Naya in there, so
no, no. There's so many. Well, I'm not gonna say that there's so many other options, but there are other options that would be more entertaining than that.
mhm. I don't know.
But naturally she would have to be somebody associated. So associated with the Samoans. She got to be crazy too.
Are there any Samoan girls? No.
Not that you would want in it to
I
go
mean,
up against Nikki.
they had one, but they fired her. Dakota Kai. Um,
Yeah, but I understood why they fired her. That goes back to that whole some people just they don't fit. And they well no, I'm not gonna no, my issue with Dakota Kai was Obama because it just she mic work, she was pretty good. Wrestling
I think
wise,
she
she was good.
I think she was getting hurt a lot.
She was. And uh and God forbid if she had an attitude about it if anybody brought it up. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll readdress this. Uh,
Yeah.
so Javon Evans comes out and tries to take the
Oh
IC
my
title.
God. That match was so good.
Do you see what I'm saying now? That's what I want. No offense
That
to
match was good.
Javon. Javon makes himself, he gets in and he does his thing versus Oba. Okay, that's fine. But for his skill set, he needs to be against somebody like Sammy. Even
Mm-hmm.
though he's taller, I would take
Yeah.
him in a match versus your because you want him back so bad. If Ilya shows up and decides he wants to go after Javon, okay, I want that match.
They supposed to he's supposed to have a match against Leon Slater. You know how that's gonna bang?
Oh,
Javon
oh, okay.
for
So
the X Division title.
yeah,
That
that's right.
match
That's right.
gonna
I
bang.
did I did hear about that. Um, all right. Chelsea offered Nia a position in the Hervis,
uh,
and I have never been so happy
oh my gosh.
to
She
to
said,
see
what did
somebody.
she say? Slay a what did she say? A slayment. Something she I was just like, oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
And Nia just ripped it up,
Hmm.
and I was so glad she did that
Yeah.
because she could have very well had made an agreement. It's like, okay, I'll be a part of your Hervis.
Hmm.
Let's go out here and make sure I win this title.
Yeah.
She could have done that. I'm glad she did.
Yeah.
Oh, and hmm, Damien
Yep.
is yeah, he's
Why
confronted by
are they
one
not doing
half
nothing? Why are they not doing nothing with Pretty Deadly? I think that's
because it's like I always tell you, if they don't if they in some way, shape, or form, they're not getting over. The Pretty Deadly, no matter how good they are in the ring, because they are good in the ring, but you still got to be able to get over.
mm,
You got to get over with the crowd to a point to where they're like, okay, yeah, we'll push you. So Kit Wilson confronts Damien, which Damien dealt with that, but what he didn't see
mhm,
coming was that Alistair was going to end up coming up behind him
mhm,
and hitting him with a black mask.
mhm. And he said it won't be over till one of us is the last standing. So I'm assuming that they're going to a last man standing now.
Yeah. So, and somebody brought up that it was his birthday.
Yeah, it was.
And apparently he's changed girlfriends, which kind of explains.
Changed girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah, you didn't see the latest post on
I
online
mean, I
today?
know he's dating Lola, but I didn't know he.
Yeah,
Okay.
remember he used to be with He used to be with why do I think her name is Candace? But I don't want to say her name is Candace.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't care about that.
Yeah, yeah, she used to be because they she used to be in a tag team with the I want to say the young lady was a gymnast, but she was really, really skinny. At first, they was a tag team at NXT, and then they ended up coming over to SmackDown. And
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Um, Kaden Carter.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he used to be with her.
Oh, okay.
So I was kind of shocked when I saw that Lola was wishing him happy birthday, and they was calling hers.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, yeah, because I don't keep up with it either.
Yeah.
So that's usually how I found out about it. Somebody else will be talking about it online. So so yeah. Then we get to the match: Jade versus Nia versus Tiffany Stratton.
Oh my God. Oh
The
my God.
the match was going okay
Oh my God.
until it wasn't.
Uh, because I was looking on my phone and then I looked up and it was just blood all over her face and then all on the floor. I was like, oh my God. I was like, how did that happen?
So yeah, well, that wasn't the part that uh yeah, that wasn't the part that I'm talking about. Me and
Are
you
you
both
talking
know.
about the Are you talking about the ref part?
Yeah, what the and I'm not shocked, but to me, anybody that's um I'm kind of leaving the door open for fault, but from what I saw online, when it's brought up, everybody's blaming Nia. But
Yeah.
I which um my question is because that is obviously an option. By no means am I saying that that's not an option, because even when I asked you, I said, who's to blame? Is it Naya? Is it the ref? Or is it a combination of both? So,
Both.
and will there be any, oh my God. Sorry. Do you think that there will be any repercussions because of it?
Yeah. I just don't know what, but yeah. Do I think that somebody should be fired? No. Maybe fined or something, but not fired.
Yeah, yeah, I could see. And if it comes out, see, I like details. That's why I don't want to blame one or the other. Although
Hmm.
technically, if I want to get technical, it is looking like it was Naya's fault.
Yeah, he
Because
slammed
if
her head in that daggone stairwell hard.
oh,
And then
you talking
and
about
then
the blooding of
yeah.
Jade's face.
And then
Okay, obviously
she was
that part is probably on Jade. Although I mean it's
she
probably
was
on
supposed
Naya.
to kick out and she didn't.
So yeah, that's the part I'm talking about. because last I checked, the in the field producers, as I'm calling them, the on the field, the in the trenches producers,
Mhm.
aka the ref, um, did she tell her like they usually do? Did she tell her what was supposed to happen? Did she forget to tell her? Did she tell
Mhm.
her and she thought Naya heard her and Naya didn't?
And then they said that Tiffany was late on the spot. So, yeah, that match was. I don't know. It was.
Well, yeah, because I was expecting Tiffany to come in and be the reason why the 3 count didn't go through. You know how it is. It's like you ain't seen one of the three for a while, and then all of a sudden a pin gets attempted, and the person
Mhm.
and then the third person comes in out of nowhere and and
Mhm.
and and breaks up the count. That's
Yeah.
why I want details are important. This was a triple threat match, so as much as people
Mhm.
want to blame Naya, was Naya still laying there because she was expecting Tiffany to come in from somewhere?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, how baby girl froze. It was because she pulled up on the 3 count, and then Jay looked at her. She looked at Jay, and then all of a sudden, I guess Naya heard what she said, and that made Naya kick out. So I can get where people go, "Oh, it was Naya's fault." But wait a minute, we
Mhm.
don't know how it was supposed to go. We
Right.
don't know if Naya was supposed to actually have kicked out, or if Naya was just supposed to have laid there, not moved, and Tiffany was supposed to have came in and broke up and broke it up. And if
Mhm.
you're saying that Tiffany missed her spot, then that means that it wasn't Naya's fault. That's why details are important, folks. Whether you're talking
Yeah.
about sports, whether you're talking about life, whether you're talking about even in professional wrestling, aka, especially because they're on ESPN now, sports entertainment.
Mhm.
Uh, you know what? I just remembered what I wanted to talk about.
Mhm.
Um, and I knew it was going to come to me, but so funny thing happened. You know how I occasionally, obviously the last brain fart about the wrestler I was trying to think of wouldn't have helped me because she's no longer in the WWE. Um,
Mhm.
but I pulled up some rosters, right?
Mhm.
And funny thing happened when I pulled up AEW's roster. So you've gone on there and you see where everybody is positioned for their position in the company, right? Have you ever gone on their site and looked at like their roster to see who all's there?
Mm.
Well, funny thing happened when and I somehow missed this the last few times that I pulled it up and I've gone looking through it. Um, there is a face that is on the main roster that's
Mhm.
not supposed to be there.
Mhm.
Can you guess who it is?
Hmm. No.
He's supposed to be on the list. He's just not supposed to be according to the way everything worked out. He's just not supposed to be where they have it.
Okay.
So Um, funny thing, last I checked, Ryan Danielson is supposed to be completely retired, correct?
Yeah.
So, can you tell me why he is not down here at the bottom of the whole thing with the rest of the announcer type people with the broadcast team? He's not in the broadcast team section.
Well, they probably didn't update it
He's
yet.
he's on the main rosters. Yeah, but that was the thing. I don't remember seeing him on any of it before. And then so then that made me Google online. And apparently, if what I read was true, on Clutch Points, and I believe it was on another. It was seen on another wrestling site. He and did I keep it up? Did I keep it pulled up? Did I keep it pulled up? Tell me I kept it pulled up. I don't crap. I don't think I did. Actually, yes, I did. So if Ringside News and Clutch Points are legitimate,
Hmm.
he basically said to not rule out anything and made it sound like he said he would have rather he said speaking, he revealed that he gave serious thoughts to retiring at Wembley, which
What?
which he re at um you remember last year when he had that dynamite match last year,
Hmm.
2024.
Hmm.
He
Yeah.
said he had contemplated retiring then, but
Okay.
he didn't. And the way they made it sound as if when he did finally retire, he didn't go out the way he wanted to. So, um, so he's saying he may make a comeback, but it won't be like it was because at the end of the day, he will need to still be able to be a dad and
Hmm.
and wrestle, which going back to looking at the fact that he's on the roster spot because he hasn't been cleared either. He hasn't been
Mm-mm.
cleared to wrestle either.
Yeah.
So
Did he have back surgery?
I have a feeling that that's the reason why Brian Danielson popped back up on on the broadcast booth because one of these days he is going to pop out of the broadcast booth.
Mm, never
Although
said.
I can't completely trust it because they did the same thing with Paul White. Because Paul White, although we have known him to show up, and even if it's one time and like every so often, they have him on the broadcast
Yeah.
spot too. They have him on the roster too.
He's on Ring of Honor, right?
That might be where he is, but he must still have a spot in their heart for AEW because he's still on
Mm.
their he's still on
AW.
yeah, he's still on AEW's roster list.
Yeah,
So
but they own uh Ring of Honor, so
yeah, but yeah, I thought that was interesting that instead of putting him because he's with the broadcast team and he's only with the broadcast team, he's not down there with the broadcast team. Matter of fact, they had me scrolling the whole thing trying to figure out like, okay, where are the broadcasters? And
right.
and everybody's down there. Tony Schiavone, Taz, Renee, Nigel. And Nigel just came out and wrestled, and Nigel was still down there. So Lexi Nair, Justin
Yeah.
Roberts, and then there's some faces that I didn't that you hardly see to the point to where I didn't realize like Arcady Aura. I don't think I've seen her that often. Alicia Atout. I know I haven't seen her that often.
Well, she she's married to MJF, so um, she's probably not going to be on screen for a minute.
Right. And then Alvaro Rios.
I
Alvaro
think didn't
Rios.
they just like the Spanish?
Yeah, Ariel Levy and Carlos
Mhm.
Cabrera.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bobby Cruz. They say his name more than he actually
he
is.
he Ring of Honor.
Yeah. So, but yes, weird. And compared to the men's, the women's side of things is not very big. So, like, there's way more guys on the roster than there are for the women. So, yeah,
Yeah,
they need to try to do something about that because they've got it narrowed down to like certain women, but it's like where's Megan Bain? Megan Bain and Penelope haven't been on in like a couple of weeks now, right? At least a week.
yeah, at least a week. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I thought that was interesting, and it's making me wonder: is Brian Danielson gonna pop out of nowhere and have a surprise for have a surprise for John Moxley?
right.
But yeah, and that leads us to No Mercy. Yes, actually, that does not lead us to No Mercy quite yet. Because I said I was going to talk about some stuff that I forgot about that happened on NXT. But Zarya comes out to greet Ruka and Lola, and then Jay Parker comes up to speak to them when and make sure that Lola knows that she's not coming to fight. She actually came to
Right.
give her kudos. And then that's when Lash walked up and was like, "Oh, so that's what you own now? You such a loser now. You groveling to to your competition." And that's when her and Jada start going back and forth.
Hmm.
So after she gets done letting her know about how she feels about her, and then she walks off, she kind of gets kind of sick because she sees Adonis talking to Ariana Grace.
Adonis.
Huh?
Adonis.
Had to be because, and the only reason that I say that I had to be because I thought it was Ricky Saints at first, but when they did the camera switch, Saints was talking to Oba. And I'm like, and I had to go back and watch it. I'm like, who is that? But it looked like it was either Ricky Saints or it was Adonis. So I just assumed that it was Adonis.
He don't work there anymore.
Yeah, and I remember you saying that. That's why I got confused. I'm like, who is that? Because it was one of the two. But like I said, it couldn't have been him because there's no way that he was in the locker room and then was all the way out talking to Oba within like a few seconds. And they didn't say I don't remember them saying that that spot was from like earlier in the day.
Hmm. Interesting. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I'll go back and look just in case I'm wrong. But yeah, when she was walking out, she was she saw somebody talking to Ariana Grace, and she was just like ugh, and she kept walking.
Okay. You look good. I'm trying to see if I can find that.
That leads us to No Mercy.
Yeah.
No Mercy. And you notice that they're starting to bring back more of the former um WCW pay-per-views again.
Yeah.
And then they're bringing back more of the like the old school period because obviously Invasion, that was like they're 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 trying to keep people engaged and they always end up circling back around. That's why I don't understand why people are always at the end of the day, no matter what, no matter how creative they try to get with it, you're basically watching more or less rehashed feuds.
Yeah. Oh, I can't find it.
No, that's not what I wanted to know. So have you heard anything about the current whereabouts of Zelina?
No.
Sorry, that's why I went quiet for a minute because when I brought up the rousters,
Mm-hmm.
that's when always look and see. It made me realize that I was like, where is Zelina?
No, no.
Oh, you know what? Options wise, going by hairdo, she might have been talking to Lucian Price.
No, okay.
Because I don't think she was talking to either Tyreek or Tyson DuPont.
Mm-mm.
No,
Where's
no.
Wesley?
That's a good question because he was. I haven't seen him since him and Tyson and Tyreek showed up on Evolve,
Mm-hmm.
and that's been at least a month and a half. And I guess Noam Dar is like hurt again because he's still on the NXT roster, but I haven't seen him since he tried to make that return.
And
And,
it's so funny because
and if Jasmine
Ridge
Nix is
Ridge
gone,
Holland, yeah,
they haven't taken
Ridge
her off.
Holland showed up on TNA, so he was on Victory Road facing Mike Santana.
Well, yeah, because he showed up. He sh- he showed up on Evolve because that's where he's mainly been. He's
Yeah.
been on Evolve. If if she's completely gone from the company, they haven't taken her down yet. She's
Mm.
still she Nix is still on the NXT roster.
Yeah, they haven't updated it yet.
So um so yeah, uh Javon versus Briggs. Hmm.
I know he's 21, but he gotta be careful.
No, can't do that. Can't do it.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying, but that exactly what you're seeing from him, that's what got him to where he is.
I understand that, but at the same time,
And
it's like, come on.
yeah. So, but what'd you think of the match?
It's good, even though they gave that Josh Briggs you can't wrestle thing.
Yeah. 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 But which you know what that means now, right? That means that if he's going to be taken seriously, that means that they have to find the people that wrestle on the roster, and they got to put him in matches with them, which means either he's going to have to move up or they're going to have to bring some people to him because Sean Spears can wrestle. He's not wrestling right now.
He's a producer.
They're not Sean Spears.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why he's doing the thing with the culling. It allows him to be the producer and not be wrestling.
Although he probably was happy because his wife showed up on NXT Tuesday.
Right.
But
Lucky sap.
but yeah, he's doing some backstage producing. Pete Dunne is doing backstage producing. Yeah, so
Yeah. Looking at the roster, there's nobody available to really show his wrestling prowess for real. Not on the not on the NXT roster. So either because we're not giving him a title shot with Ricky Saints. Ridge Holland, like you said, he's either been on Evolve or he's been on TNA. He's been everywhere but NXT. Um, Nobody knows where Wes Lee is.
I know, like,
Tony D'Angelo is
where
missing
is
in
he at?
action. Tony D'Angelo is missing in action. So and Alexis King is in a feud with Miles Bourne.
Hmm.
So yeah, that takes care of everybody. Um, wow, their roster. Wow, and they're not gonna put him in a title match with Ethan Page. Sorry, forgot about Ethan Page. I'm just scrolling through the. I mean, I guess they could put him in a match with Tavion. I guess, but he's just as new as Josh is. Actually, he's newer than Josh, but he can wrestle. So I mean,
Hmm.
they could do it. Um, I don't know. Yeah. They're more than likely they're gonna have to. Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Is he hurt?
Who?
Stacks.
I don't know. He the North American champion too.
Nah. That's Ethan Page. He's the NXT Heritage
Oh
Cup
yeah, that's
champion.
the Heritage Cup.
Yeah, and that's what I just realized because I was scrolling up and it was showing all the champions, and I saw Stacks' face, and I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
he
I don't
is
know.
the champion.
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Just okay. So basically, he got the Heritage Cup. They broke him away from uh they
The
broke him
D'Angelo family.
yeah, they broke him away from Tony D'Angelo. And even with a championship, he's more or less yeah, I need to know where he is and what's going on with that. I got
Hmm.
really confused when I turned on No Mercy because I turned it on late because I told you my situation and I actually blacked out, took a nap.
Hmm.
And when I woke up, it was 7:30. So I got real confused. I turned on No Mercy and I saw Dom and Trick, and I'm like, wait, what? What up?
Crown Jewel is going to be
I mean,
on at 8 o'clock in the morning.
yeah,
And I was like, okay.
yeah. So I'll be watching it when I get done with work later.
Mm,
It's like nope, I'll be watching the replay because I gotta work.
yeah,
Actually,
obviously.
I might be watching it. Yeah, I gotta watch it the next day because if I do, because I forgot that's on the 11th. So unless I end up not being able to go to the show that I plan on going to, um, uh, then I'll have to watch it the next day sometime.
Hmm.
So,
Is 85 South here?
who
85 South.
probably? I do remember seeing that they were supposed to be coming. So so obviously through No Mercy, they put in some filler by recapping old matches, which they used to do like way back in the day. So it
Yeah,
had a weird feel to it. It gave the pay-per-view a weird feel to it for me. So Ruka took on Jada.
yeah.
What'd you think of that match?
It was good for what it was.
Were you surprised that Jada didn't win?
No, but at the same time, it's like, come on. Like, what y'all gonna do with her?
Yeah, I mean, because Soul holding two titles.
Mm-hmm.
So, but of course, she can't get out of the way of the whole thing with Lash. So
Yeah.
I kind of get why she lost, and they they cut an Evolve promo, which they now are going to have their own quote unquote pay-per-view
Mm-hmm.
of sorts. So that should be interesting. And Joe
Yeah.
Hendry is in an interview from NXT after his loss. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mm-hmm. So one or two things is about to happen. Either, and I got a feeling Joe's coming over earlier than they're saying.
Yeah, because you see how they like, and they put him at the beginning of the NXT credits.
Yeah.
I was like,
And
oh, he's there
and
now.
they
Okay.
and they and they also what they also did was during that interview, you heard what he said, right?
Remind me.
So, Dark State, they always telling people either you're with us or you're
Oh
against
yeah.
us.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah,
then he
yeah,
was like, huh. So they said with, either I'm with them or I'm against them. And they left it at that.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right. So that means one or two things. Either he's about to join Dark State, or when he comes over, he's probably not coming alone so that he
Yeah.
can take on Dark State.
Yeah. Mhm.
Which, since they said that it was going to be him in 2026, which, hell, they starting to give out the WrestleMania Hall of Fame inductions earlier for 2026, earlier than 2026. So
Mhm.
it wouldn't be a would it be a complete shock if he turns up with Dark State? It wouldn't be a complete shock to me, especially seeing how he just left it hanging.
Mhm.
And that would be a way to come in and dominate. So the steel cage match with Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe.
Yeah.
They they let them girls go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It was
they
good.
they took it out on each other. It worked. There
Mhm.
there were no botches. There were no the whole situation with Blake um putting her in that garbage can. That
Yeah.
whole thing, that was about as off as the match got. That was the only part
I
that was
was
off.
I was
So
like, I hope that they don't bleed because Jordan had on all white.
right.
So I'm glad there's
So
no bleeding involved.
yeah, that wouldn't have looked good at all.
Yeah. And you
So
know Mariah May, she loved bleed.
yeah. So where does that leave them now?
I'm thinking that they're gonna revisit the title picture with Jordan. Um, and they might throw Blake in there. Um, or um Blake could go after Sol Ruka. So
Hmm.
they can do the North American order speed.
Ava made a announcement concerning the brawl between between TNA and NXT,
Mm-hmm.
and also addressed what happened. Uh, so now there's going to be on the 7th. There's going to be a match, and they're going to name it
And
Invasion.
they
And also made sure that everybody understood that nobody would be allowed down at ringside for the match against Ricky Saints and Ova.
mm-hmm.
Then Lash came out. She had
No,
a
no, no. That they having a match with that's the tag team thing where nobody supposed to be involved or come down, and that's when they're gonna have it on the 7th. That title for title for the tag team.
yeah, but I thought she said that about the match for to after what because I thought she said after what happened on Tuesday to make sure that we have a definitive winner.
Yeah,
Nobody.
because when Trick and Ova did theirs, that's when TNA and everybody came out and did their brawl. So she said with Dark State and the Hardys, then they're gonna have a definitive winner, and nobody is to be at ringside.
Okay. I guess I got it mixed up. So Lash Legends came out with a message for TNA ahead of Invasion, and she
Which is
also
gonna be
addressed
crazy because Jakara Jackson is in TNA
right.
now.
Yeah, I counted. There's at least 20 people that are former WWE that's in between the men and the women. There's a total of 20 people. So that quote unquote invasion is probably about to be predictable as I don't know what.
Hmm.
Depending because there was a lot of there was a few of them that are in there that just they were jaded by the WWE. So
Yeah.
man, we'll see. Uh so while Lash was doing her thing, Jada came out and attacked her.
Hmm.
Laney addressed her injury and losing her title opportunity. And Lola tried to come with some words of encouragement, to which Laney wasn't having it. And then Laney got warned that she need to watch her mouth and remember that she's still injured while she popping off at the mouth because she talked to a person that could make her injury worse, that could
Yeah.
keep her out longer. So now here was my thoughts on this. One of two people, and until I see her officially taken off the roster, I'm gonna stick with my original thought.
Okay.
One or two people nailed the logo.
Yeah.
More than likely, it was Laney Reed,
Hmm.
or it was Jasmine Nix because Jasmine wants to take the title off of JC after leaving her in the lurch. Those were my two originals, but
Mm.
since she is gone from the WWE, I'll stick with my Laney Reed since her and because that look that she gave Lola, it wouldn't shock me. Because did it say which leg was hurt?
No.
Yeah,
Well, she had it on her I guess it'd be her left leg, the boot on.
yeah. I'll have to go back and watch it and seeing if I seen a boot or anything that looked close to a boot.
Yeah, she had a boot on.
No, I mean like the person that attacked Lola
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying.
because she may not have that person may not have, but
Yeah, I didn't even peep it out. Yeah.
so yeah. Um, or this may be a totally different person that
Hmm.
nobody is expecting to do a return.
Yeah.
Could it have been Gigi
That's what I said. That was what I was just about to say. Like, did it get Gigi?
who comes back wants to take the title off of her?
That would make
Um,
sense.
yeah, because her losing to her uh e- essentially further got her buried.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
So yeah, then they had another recap match. Ethan Page versus Joe Hendry, and Trick was special guest referee. I mean, I guess this is good filler. Um,
What match?
the recap match. They did another recap match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, they did a. I can't remember what year it happened, but they showed the match of uh Joe Hendry versus Ethan Page for the title, and Trick was a special guest referee, and he made Trick
Oh,
rate.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. I
he made
understand.
Trick. Yeah, he made Trick raise his hand afterwards.
Yeah.
So um, he was going against Tavion. I didn't think Tavion was going to beat Ethan, but this time
I
the real
did.
huh?
I did.
No,
I sure
they
did.
they
I thought they was gonna finally do it.
mhm. Nope. Um, then the real Dr. Wagner
Yeah. Pulled up. Yeah.
called out all ego. So
Hmm.
it's like you came after my title, now I'm coming after you.
Yeah.
So and then Miles Bourne calls out TNA, and Mike Santana tells
Yeah.
Trick
Yeah.
that
I'm coming for you.
he's coming and he's not coming alone.
Yeah. They coming
So
Tuesday. So I know Moose is supposed to be there. Frankie Kazarian. Um, I think Mustafa Ali supposed to be there.
yeah,
Um,
so they did another No Mercy recap. This time it was Roxanne versus Jada Parker.
hmm.
And then they went into the Lola versus JC Jane. JC Jane won because of mystery
Yeah.
interference.
Yeah.
And then the NXT preview, and then it went to the match of the night, Obo versus Ricky. They have a way of letting you know, like whether or not somebody is gonna win, and the more that Ricky kept kicking out, and Oba kept doing certain things to him. It became clear, like, okay, yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
Oba ain't leaving with the title tonight. So, do you think that Ricky stays Ricky, or does Ricky do a 180 and go heel on everybody?
For now, I think he stays Ricky. But if they do it to where he loses it, oh, excuse me. Oh, he could do a kind of crash out like Trick would, like Trick did.
So, all in all, other than WrestlePalooza, it was a good good week for wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely plan on continuing to enjoy this whole thing. I definitely appreciate you bearing with me through this. With that, unless you have anything else you might want to talk about.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Nope.
All right. Yeah, definitely looking forward to Monday. I'm gonna watch the rest of Collision, and we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna throw that on too.
yeah, so uh and just see how they continue to see what they could do to. I look at it as a challenge now. It's like every episode I look at it as a challenge. It's like I'm trying to decipher like who's gonna do what.
Hmm.
I try to see like how many matches I can get right in terms of like who's gonna win, who's gonna lose.
Yeah.
That's I I I just that's the way I stay entertained with it, and that kind of takes away from me like getting bored with it
Hmm.
because I'm trying to do it like a chess match and like get into the mind of the writers.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm Dante Suave. This is Tasha Jones. This is Wrestling Kingdom. We will see you guys again next week.
All right. Bye.
Stand up now. Can you hear me? your submission. Don't deny the work of our mission. Keep your eyes on the prize. We all know that not everybody lives, but everybody dies. Stand up now. Can you hear me? Stand your ground. Do you feel me? Take the time to read between the lines. The way you look at life defines everything. You live the storyline that you like. The moral of the story.